Hey, Ratchet, you did it again. My goodness, you are just amazing. Do, 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 do. How's it going? How is it going? Speedy? Yes. Yes. And I can't, if I go a minute early, it doesn't matter. You're rocking and rolling, my friend. Rocking and rolling. Let's see. Oops, not the one I wanted. What were you looking at? Oh, you know, maybe it's under public. Yep, it's under public. Oh, good. Hey, yes, yes. Hey, my brother. How are you? And again, I'm going to wait to give you a shout out, but Ratchet, you can give yourself a shout out. But I'd like to wait till we get going. Oh, it's time to go. Because, you know, we want to get the lecture at least going before we do that. Look at that. I already have Ratchet's name up. It's the first one. LLMP, welcome to the house. We went over two of the Caro-Cons. There's only one more Caro-Con where Black won in the 1,000 best short games of chess. So I thought we could hit up the last one, right? I mean, that seems logical to me that we should hit the last one. I think it makes sense anyway. Yeah, let's go hit up the last one. Hey, King, how are you, my friend? 784. Yes, you technically can, but I will do it for you, of course, in a moment. And my brother had to go follow you, so I don't know if he actually got that follow in, but he said he was going to follow you. All right, let's get the shout out to our man Ratchet real quick. There we go. Uh-oh. And you haven't been studying, King. Is that it? King, come on. In 2 hours? What time is it there? I thought you were nearer to Ratchet's time than my time. Yeah, don't watch the stream. Go study, man. Hey, priorities. Priorities. Got to get your exams. Want you to do well in school, my friend. That's a lot more important than hanging out with us. All right. So we're going to do the Caro-Con 784, I believe it is. Yes, it is. Monticelli versus Fine. Yes, Monticelli. Monticelli versus Fine. All right. Black's orientation. We're good to go. Let's check it out. Oh, I usually put the year in there. Let's put the year in there too, because, you know, 1934. Man, there were some things, you know, definitely our lives are a lot easier in a lot of ways. A lot of things are really neat with the new things going on, but I tell you what, there was a beautiful time for chess. I know it's supposed to be the latest golden age for chess because so many people are playing it right now, and it's crazy. Those OOPs, man, they're scary. You're gonna go play in tournaments. You're gonna play people that have never played over the board. Besides, they don't know the rules and they don't know the proper etiquette. They're gonna be pretty strong players, having never played a tournament. And they're gonna be walking in unrated. There should be a lot of chances for a lot of these OOPs to win some unrated money. Ah, yes, 10th grade. I was going to ask you what grade it was exactly. So, hey, busy. So, you got to tell me. 5:30 a.m.? Oh, man. So, you have 2 hours? Your exam is at 7:30 in the morning. School starts at 7:30 in the morning? Wow, around here, they're lazy compared to you. I don't even think they get to school until 8 or 8:30 or 9. And you have a test, an exam at 7:30. And you didn't study. So, Get to studying. I'm going to ban you if I have to. I could just ban you for tonight, and we'll let you back in tomorrow or after you finish your exam. But I don't think I'll be here because you'll be starting your exam when I'm done. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Ratchet. I was going to do that. Thank you. But yes, are you an OOP, Ratchet? Are you seriously? You never played an over the board tournament or serious like at a club or anything until now, huh? That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's cool and hilarious at the same time. Wow. Yeah, well, not rated, but I mean, did you even go play serious games? There's a lot of people that haven't played in a tournament. But I mean, right now there are a lot of people that have never played in person. They've only played online. So you are an online only player and you went to your club and you've been kicking butt. That's great, Ratchet. You're kicking butt and you've never even, oh my goodness. So how different do you find it with the pieces and the board and clocks? I take it no clocks. Oh, no clocks even. They're not even playing with clocks. No, no. Don't tell me they're doing. Are you doing the trash talking? I can't believe these beginners that you've been beating up on would do trash talking. Wow. So King, oh, what happened in somebody's channel? King, what could have happened to you in a channel? We're talking about over the board in real life. King, I'm going to ban you. You need to go study. I'm not kidding. You need to go study. King, you need to go study. I'm about 2 seconds off of banning you. I don't want to see you chatting in here, King. You need to go do your study. All right, let's go over this game by Monticelli and Fine, my friends. So we got pawn to king 4, pawn to queen, bishop 3. We have the beloved Caro-Kann that so many of you are playing nowadays. And we're going to see a spectacular win by black. Yes, you can watch the VOD tomorrow. Yeah, is that why you get banned? I'm going to ban you. Yeah, I'm 2 seconds off of banning him. I just got to remember, but I don't have like automatic unbanning, so somebody's going to have to remind me to unban him after the stream. Because I'll forget. And then like King will be not here tomorrow and we'll be like, why isn't he here on Friday or whatever? It'll be like, hey. All right, good. Go study. I love you, man. I'll be happy for you to come back. Be happy to see you in here, but you already confessed you have an exam in 2 hours and you haven't done any studying. Goodbye. Now, we don't have to ban him. He's 10th grade. He's mature enough to go do his study. Go study. Hey, Linear, thank you for the raid, my friend. Let's give Linear a shout out. Ratchet will probably beat me to it. By the way, also thank you for Chess with Chris for following, and Elf on the Shelf 483049. Elf on the Shelf, thank you for the follow. All right, King is getting out of here. We just had a raid from our man, Linear Stork, the man with the beard. Oh, you beat me to it. Okay, I don't have to do the shout out. Boy, I just get to focus on teaching today, guys. I do want to get back to teaching, like the stream says. We're back to basics and back to teaching, so I'm pretty excited. My in-person class has started. We're going to go look at a game by one of my students in a moment, probably. I have a lesson on Sunday with no less than Ratchet himself. Yes, you showed up for the last of the winning games for the Caro-Kann. Linear Stork, since you mentioned it, why don't you pick the next opening for us to take a look at? And hopefully it's one that I've already planned on. Because if it isn't, then it's going to be a problem. But, let me know what opening you want to look at. And then if I haven't already planned it, I'll save it for the next time. But anyway, so we get pawn to queen 4, pawn to queen 4, knight to queen, bishop 3 by white. This is not one where he takes. Black decides to take, pawn takes pawn, knight takes pawn. And you guys know this opening better than I do. Bishop to bishop 4. So you could tell me, again, this is 1934, and we're thinking we know the latest, greatest theory And granted, we do know theory more. There has been a lot of advances in the opening, so sometimes the lines that were played 100 years ago aren't the best lines, right? And we know they're not the best lines, but you think about all the lines you have to learn for an opening. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just go play chess. I am more and more leaning towards the grandmaster that I was visiting on Anglo-Saxon, when he said, you know what, he doesn't even study openings. He only knows like 5 moves for any opening, the first 5 moves for any opening, and that he just plays chess. But basically what he means is he does just calculate, all calculation. So pretty interesting. Hey, Italian Machine, how are you? I don't think I've ever seen you on the stream, so let me give you a shout. Welcome. Always like our new people. Like to say hi to anyone who's new. All right. Yes. Oh, yes. Still hold up. And you know what? I don't think they back then were memorizing 20,000 lines, guys. I don't think Morphy was memorizing lines. I don't think Lasker and Tartakawa and Capablanca. What names, guys? Awesome. Hey, thanks, Ratchet. You're the man. I made you a mod, and it was like the best mod I've ever done. All right, bishop to bishop 4, knight to. I'll tell you, because I've done a lot of having to do my own shout outs forever. And I make Ratchet a mod, and he's like on top of it the whole time. I'm just impressed. All right, knight to bishop 3. And we get, sometimes I get lost in here. We should be on move 7. No, 6. 6 was knight to bishop 3. Yep, pawn to king 3. And yes, this is old school notation, man. Bishop to queen, bishop 4. All right, looks like white's doing a decent job of developing. This knight is not in the best square possible. We want him closer to the center. Working on some stuff for Ratchet actually coming up, and learning about that these are considered the center files, and these are considered the flank files, and that knights don't like flank files, guys, which makes total sense to me. They like the center files. So that's where knights belong, center files. Oh, what we got here? The old masters didn't have the internet, Netflix, movies, TV, etc. to distract them, but they also didn't have the internet or databases or computers to help them. Yes, true that. You guys having a good conversation. I'm loving it. Anyway, bishop to last move was bishop to queen, bishop 4, and we have knight to bishop 3. I'm going to get some development by black here. Queen to king 2. Interesting, setting up alignment, but also leaving the alignment here, but obviously looking to get the bishop out and being able to castle to either side. So we'll see how that goes. Queen's knight to queen 2. Knight to king 5. And this is where we start getting interesting. So white has not finished development, and he's once again moving a knight. So he's moved this knight 3 times, right? Once, twice, 3 times. And now he's moved this knight twice. And even now, we see people that move pieces multiple times in the opening get into trouble. Why? Because they are not taking care of business. They're not developing their pieces like they're supposed to be. That was our principle of the week last week. This week, it's don't help your opponents improve their positions, but we don't ignore the other principles just because they're not the principle of the week. All right, so, we got some history. Linear Stork throwing down the history. Good. Yeah, good. Yes, and it is so nice to do that, right? I don't know, Ratchet. I don't know if I'm attacking your Italian. I don't think so. Anyway, knight to king 5. Knight takes knight. It says let's just trade him off. And pawn takes knight, right? And then knight to queen 2. It says I'll just bring him back here. Okay, no big deal here. Pawn takes knight to king queen 2. Pawn to bishop 4. And again, we're not developing, and we're weakening the king side, but we're aggressive, but we're not developing, guys. All right, there's a lack of development going on. All right, pawn to bishop 4, pawn to queen, bishop to queen, bishop 4, right? No, but yes, Bishop to queen, bishop 4. If I'm on move 11, I am correct. Bishop to knight 3. Interesting. Pawn to queen, rook 4. Time to start launching his own attack. He has to castle and get his queen off the back rank to be fully developed, and white is also not fully developed, but a part of the difference is white can't castle this side. He's not going to castle until he gets the bishop off the back rank, and black is ready to castle whenever he feels like it, guys. Whenever he feels like it. Uh-oh. Oh, Linear Stark, you have to go? All right, man. Take your beard. Go with you. Come back, though, whenever you can. Always happy to have you in the house. Always happy to have you here. Thanks, Linear. What do we got here? I can imagine Linear Stark with a chessboard and a notepad can be very dangerous on a boat trip, too. Oh, yeah. Hey, Sai, thanks for lurking, man. Thanks for showing. Bizabra. All right, look at you guys go. Yeah, I think so, Linear. Yes, yeah, I hear you. Like I said, it's the romantic period. If this is the golden age of chess, or whatever you want to call it, I'd call that those years the romantic time, the romantic age of chess. It was what a romantic game. Okay, anyway, let's get back to it, man. We keep sidetracking. Pawn to queen 4, queen rook 4, pawn to queen rook 4, queen to knight 3. All right, queen is now developed. Again, ready to castle. Could actually castle queen side. Black is now, notice, fully developed, while white, for those last 3 or 4 moves, did not get developed. Move the bishop twice, move the pawn twice, move the pawn twice. Move the pawn, and move the bishop twice. So, did not take care of business. Black has taken care of business, fully developed. Now, we'd like the knight to be closer to the center, but this is okay, but we'd like it to be closer to the center. Otherwise, not looking bad at all. Black should castle to finish this off. We'll see what happens. Might never castle as it looks, but anyway, bishop to knight 3, pawn to queen rook 4, queen to knight 3, bishop to queen 2. Finally, we're going to get some traction on maybe developing, and black is the first to castle. And surprise, surprise, decides to castle queenside. Maybe because he knows white has no choice but then to castle queenside, but also probably because he didn't want to give him any kind of momentum where all of his pieces are trying to point to. Instead, he castles kingside, and all of his pieces, except for that bishop, he's already over here. So, okay, makes sense, right? You see stuff with f5 and e6. All right. But, you got this alignment busy. I think that'd be quite a dangerous proposition. Yeah, Alpha Zero style. Yeah, well. Well, you're going to be pretty good if you could play like Alpha Zero in the future. All right, we get knight to bishop 1, hoping to maybe block this off so he can actually castle that side. I have no clue. Or maybe he's looking at pawn storming, but there's no king over here, so usually kind of odd to do a pawn storm. But the major problem is I want you to count. That's that knight's journey so far. So, a classic thing they like to teach or show and demonstrate is the knight's, what do they call it? The knight's journey? I forget what they call it. But the knight goes all over the board and gets from make the knight go from here to here or to here to something. And they show you how the knight can travel all around the board and finally get to a certain square. Right? Okay. I don't remember what it's called. But that's not really what you want to do in a game. All right, that's it's one of those nice gimmicky or fun things to do, right? It's like I don't know. It's like when I ask people how many squares are in the chessboard. You guys go ahead and ponder that for a second. I do that to my students, like how many squares on the chessboard. All right, so knight to bit. It's kind of like that to me. It's a nice thing, but it's not useful in the game. So we get bishop to knight 5. So let's trade off the bishop. The queen is still holding you from castling, so let's see what happens. Bishop to knight 5, and white says, I'm just going to castle too. All right, so now we get both castles on the queen side. On the queen side. Knight to bishop 4. Black says yes, freeing up my rook. My bishop's already hitting. I'm hitting your bishop. Black is feeling good. I don't even know which one. Oh, I know who wins this game because we picked it, right? All right. Hey, Chescudo. Chescudo, why don't you ruin the quiz? Yeah, whatever you want, Chescudo. Yes, Chescudo. I'm not sure if that's the right number either. I'd have to double check, but yes, that's the idea. So my answer that my students give me is 8 by 8, which is 64. But then I tell them, well, you forgot this square. And by the way, you forgot this square. And this square. And this square. And this square, right? And this square. Oh, and by the way, after you finish all those squares, don't forget this square and this square, and keep going there. And when you get all of those, and you get these, right? When you get all of these squares, when you get all of the possible squares that can be made, don't forget the very last one, the Mama Jama, the big one, the eight, yeah. So it's like 200, it's 200 and change. I believe you. I believe you. I don't remember for sure. You can always check. You can always check. It's out there. I did the math, or I looked it up. I forget. It's on my quiz that I give to my students. I know it's 200 and change. I thought it was more than 204, but maybe 204 is right. Anyway, knight to bishop 4. But yeah, the knights, whatever they call that, the knight's journey. Come on, somebody help me out here. The night walk that it does, right? Right? Come on. Help me out there. There you go, Chescudo. Yes, we do everything here. So, yeah, that knight's journey, whatever it's called, to me is the same as knowing that the chessboard actually has 204 squares. It's neat, but it's not really needed. And the knight moving all these squares definitely was not a good thing. And we're going to, if he doesn't lose before he gets the chance, I totally imagine this knight will move again. I don't think it's the knight's path. It's the knight's something. It'll come to me later. It's not important. Knight to bishop 4, queen to king 3. Figuring, hey, let's pin the knight. It's not truly pinning the knight because the knight could just take with check. But the queen is protecting here and the queen is threatening to take here. So, okay, queen to king 3. Rook to queen 6. Exclam at the day. Yeah. And what's fun is I do not put these up against the computer to see if the computer agrees, right? Because today, the computer might say that wasn't the best move. And who cares if it's the best move? This was an actual move played in an actual game over the board between masters. Pretty cool stuff. Yes. Yes. Hey, Coogan. How are you? All right. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. The Knights something. All night long? No, that would be night, but no. All night long. No, that's not it. I can't sing it. Yes, the bishop on G6. This one. Yes, you like that one. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, all night long. Yeah, Chescudo, you're going to steal that for your stream, right? Hey guys, if you're ever going to do a nice long stream, you could do all night long. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Hey, LMP, I should make you my publicist. You got to come up with titles for my streams every week. All right, anyway, let's see what's going to happen here. Can he take here? If he takes here, the first thing that happens is the bishop goes with check. And, ooh, it might get interesting. That's a possibility. Knight could take here with check, held by the bishop. The king has to go to a white square, and after the king goes to the white square, then the knight has a free move, and we love free moves. So that could be it too. I don't know. Let's see what the master did. They went with pawn takes rook. They did do pawn takes rook. So let's see how he took back. And the question was, what else? If queen to king 2, then rook just takes the bishop. Oh no, wrong bishop. I'm sure. I'm sure that's the wrong bishop. Queen to king two. It's funny though. They don't say. They just say rook takes bishop. They should be a little clearer. I believe he means this rook. I mean this bishop. Pawn takes rook, and then knight takes knight, pawn, checkmate. Yeah, they mean that bishop. Yeah, that's a mistake in the book. This is a very old book, and they should have said knight takes queen's bishop, right? Yeah, or knight takes bishop on, or rook takes bishop, I mean, on, not b3, guys. They didn't use algebraic, on queen knight 3. But it could have taken either one. But yeah, so the queen can't just slide away, because then you just take this guy. All right. What is going on? All right, so pawn takes. I don't know what this, oh, because I did make that mistake. Let's escalate, elevate this one and get rid of that one. Okay. But meantime, took that way, and how did fine take back? The game actually lasts a few more moves. So knight does take bishop, right? I was thinking he might take here with a discover check, but the problem is from here, where do you go with this great discover check? What are you getting for your money? Right? You're not getting anything for your money. All right. Yeah, that was a sweet mate, right? Oh yeah. But anyway, so hey, knew better. Took the rook. So knight takes bishop check. King to bishop 2 steps up. Steps up. I was wondering if you'd want to go in the hole or step up, and he decided to step up. And what do we? Oh, wait. Let's see. They even tell us what's wrong with knight to king 1, king to knight 1. Well, knight takes bishop. This is what they say should have happened. Check again. Rook takes knight. Of course, the bishop could have taken. The knight could have taken. But they say rook takes knight. Queen takes queen, so it doesn't matter whichever one would have taken. Queen takes queen, you win a piece. Well, yeah, you win a piece. You win the queen. Yeah, that's pretty ugly. Yes, can't go there. Just takes here, and you win the queen. All right. So he has to step up. It's not even like being aggressive or anything. It's only choice. All right. What do you guys think? What is the move? I did this. Ratchet really loves this. So black's turn. So far, I didn't ask you guys. We should have asked you guys, like here, what's the move for black? Right? Come on. Seriously. How many people would have found that move? I'm here to totally confess I had no chance of finding that move. Maybe if I'm playing an hour-long game and I've still got a half an hour left on my clock, I might find that move. After going over this game, I might find that move. But, how many of you would have found that move in just a normal game you're playing? In a slow game, well, Chess Kudo, you're probably a better player than me, because I'm telling you, I don't think I could do that. Chess Kudo, what in the heck did you say? What did you... Oh, you must have said one of the bad terms, man. Anyway, so first of all, I wouldn't have found that. All right, guys, what's the next move? I should have made you find the rook move, but I'll be honest, the rook move caught me by surprise. I was like, what? And I put it on the board already. Can't quiz you with it. No, you cannot. That's correct. I have young people watching. I have kids watching, little kids. Yes, parents don't like it they don't want them seeing cursing on. Yeah, you guys can curse. I don't care if you curse on your stream or elsewhere. Just, I try to keep the stream very family, so it's pretty strict. Sorry about that, Chess Kudo. All right, and trust me, I hear it sometimes at home even. But yeah, we don't. Oh, well, yeah, Chess Kudo. In certain cultures, yes, that would be considered a curse. Yes, especially depending on how you use it. So if you're having a discussion about biblical afterlife, then it's not considered a curse. Right. But, there's no way for Nightbot or me to know which way you would be using it, so it's just banned. All right, so we have knight to d5. We have, there's no knight to d4, so you mean, oh, that is d4. Sorry. Knight to d4 you meant. Yes. Ratchet likes bishop to c5, so we have knight to d4. 4. We have bishop to d c5. Yeah, no, you don't have to be sorry. That's why it's there, to help us not make that mistake with the with young people watching, little kiddies. Sorry, anybody young. I didn't mean to offend you by saying little kiddies. All right, so Ratchet, ding, 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 wins the booby prize again. It is bishop to queen, bishop 4. 2 minor pieces shift with gain of tempo to let the queen come in. The queen comes in at knight 6. This is the plan. So bishop to queen, bishop 4. Queen to rook 3. Anybody? Yeah, you love it. Ah, well, you did great. This one shouldn't be too hard because I've already seen it. It's already been written. Knight to d4 check, right? That one's a little easy. We'll just do that one. King to bishop 1. Don't ask me why he can't. Oh, he can't go there. Well, no, he could. I don't know why he didn't go here. I don't know that it matters. I'd have to look at it deeper. Maybe if he goes here, you get this one immediately. I don't know. Anyway, king to bishop 1, and then queen to knight 6, and we get a resignation, guys. Yeah. It's just time to resign. Let's see. If knight to king 3 to hold the square, that could be a play. Black can force mate by what? How can black force mate here? How can black force mate here? What do you guys like? All right. Bishop takes d3. That's an interesting try. Nice try, Ratchet. This time you're wrong. It's over, but come on. How do you finish it? Not bishop takes d3. Not bishop takes anything busy. So no. Anybody else? How does black finish this off? You actually have 2 choices per the game notation, and you guys didn't hit either one, actually. Knight to e2 check was one of them. Knight to e2 check is one of them. And after knight to e2 check, what do we get? Knight to king 7 check, king to knight 1, and then bishop takes pawn. And it's all over but the crying, I'm guessing. I don't even see the finish. So this is the only square. Then what? Oh, bada bing. All right, pretty easy. Then the queen takes the rook pawn. Okay. All right, I like it. But now there's another one. Queen to a2? No, you meant a3? What are you guys talking about? Cry like a grandmaster. So are you talking about after this? Check. Queen to a2 or a3? That doesn't work, guys, right? Queen to a4 would be the correct? Right, okay. Okay, so, but there's another move. Sudakus, mi amigo. ¿Cómo está? I enjoyed your stream today. It was a good stream. Yeah, my friend, it was a good stream. Glad you could join us. I did, Ratchet. I did. Gave you that one too. I don't know if you noticed, Ratchet. At the beginning of the stream, I gave you the same one. So, what's the other move? So, one move is knight to king e2. Oh, by the way, Sudakus, we're going over, you should be happy, we're going over a Caro-Kann. A beautiful destruction with the Caro-Kann. Destruction. Queen takes d3. Yes, busy. You found it. Nice. This game is between Monticelli and Fine back in 1934. Yep. About the time you and I were born. Yep, 1934. All right. Yes. With checkmate here. Checkmate here. Checkmate here. How's that? 3 different checkmate threats. 3, what? 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 What are you talking about? Yeah. So yeah, that actually looks like it's threatening mate too. If you go, no, it doesn't. Yeah, you haven't taken this pawn yet. You haven't taken the pawn yet. I mean, you can end up taking check here and then moving here. No, 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 not. I mean, it's not a horrible idea, but no. Check here leads to mate, and check here. I mean, not checking here leads to mate. All right, guys. Beautiful. I think this was a beautiful game. Beautiful game. But unfortunately, that's our last Caro-Kann. There were only 3 in the book. There were only 3 in the book. So, Linear didn't pick an opening, I don't believe. I didn't see it. Did Linear pick an opening? Because the next opening I was thinking about sharing with you guys is not my beloved French. I like to share the ones you guys like. The King's Gambit. Now, you can imagine King's Gambit accepted and declined. We talked about the percentages. The Caro-Kann had about 27 games and only 3 wins by black. Not that the Caro-Kann is a bad opening for black. We're just saying short games, short, exciting, tactical wins. Most of those are on white side of the Caro-Kann. That's all. Of these masters, right? 1,000 games. The exciting, sexy, quick, crushing wins, these miniatures, these short games of chess, best short games, were mostly from the white side. Now, the black ones were beautiful, the 3 we found, but that's all we have is 3. So, how about the King's Gambit? What do you think the ratio would be for the King's Gambit? I mean, that was 3 out of 27. That's like 1/9, right? That's not that great. In the King's Gambit, I'm looking at it, just glancing at it. More than half of the wins, Busy, black. So in the 1,000 best short games of chess that we're talking about, that we're using, it had 27 Caro-Kanns listed. Only 3 of those were wins by black. Yeah. So if you remember the birds I went over, it was 50-50 split, 4 wins, 4 losses for white. And so the King's Gambit, I was curious what you guys think. Yeah, it was really good before your computers. It's still good now unless you're going to cheat and use a computer. Busy, you say, no, I'm saying it's not bad. I'm just saying that the quick, exciting wins favor white to find those exciting quick wins. We even saw, right, Ratchet's famous blindfold win against Sudakus in one of the qualifying tournaments where Sudakus fell for a trap that Ratchet knew. Ratchet's got these opening traps down pat. Yeah, because there's more trappy lines, more excitement on the white side of the Caro-Kann. But in general, you would think would be on the white side of any opening because white has the first move. White has the advantage, right? But the birds was 50%. The French, I didn't check. I did tell you guys the numbers. I didn't do the math to figure it out. The French is also low in my. It's less than 50% were won by black, the sexy games. But the King's Gambit, by far, white has the sexy games. Yeah, maybe 80%. We can count, but I mean, it's a lot. 4, 8, 12. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So out of 40 games with the King's Gambit accepted, 40 games, King's Gambit accepted. That's what we're talking about. Is 40 games. Of those 40 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 of them, 25 were won by white. So more than half. Yeah, definitely. It's probably around 60, 65% maybe. I don't know. But definitely more than half were won by white. So, yeah, that is pretty good. That is pretty good. We can look at a few of these if you guys would like. But let's first just go take a quick look We could look at our tournament, that just our Monday tournament. We do like to do that. We usually go over the games by the winner, and we review some of those games. I do want to show you just real quickly one of my students' games. He was playing today. I'm not going to give you his real name, of course, but I do want to find him. Let me find him. There we go. Let's go look at his games. He played one of his games, very, very educational in the sense of the end game. And it's not, I just want to show quickly. I'm going to definitely show this to him on Thursday. I see him on Thursday, so I'm going to have to hopefully have this in hand so I could show it to him. Actually, Xavier, let's see, he is actually, let's flip that. He's white. We get a trade of everything pretty soon. Okay, so I just want to get to here. Let's talk from here. Black is definitely ahead, right? Black has 4 pawns against 2. 3 pawns because he's doubled. But he still has 3 against 2. The majority for black is on the queen side, but white does have a majority on the king side. Okay? So, hey, very good, Ratchet. Good. You getting better at endgames? Love endgames. Hey, I was pretty good. That is pretty good. Thank you. All right, so what do we do here, right? What do we do here? White needs to keep black's king from being active. The pawn is already keeping his king out. White needs to just step up and keep him out. White does that. Does my heart proud. I looked at it and I said, yes, my student is learning. He's getting it. And so I was quite happy. My other student, they're both students, said, I'll take the opposition. Now, white probably shouldn't have done this early because right now, this pawn and this pawn are controlling all 4 of these squares, keeping the king at bay. I would have loved to see more prophylaxis like this. This is prophylaxis, guys. This is what we want in general. Because if he tries to do this, he loses this pawn. And guess what? Guess what? That king still has no in to bother me. So he can't do that. He can't push here. And if he pushes here, we just take, right? All right. Our next move, prophylactically, will be to push this pawn. So the idea is to lock these pawns from being able to move. This one is still a passed pawn. And unfortunately for white, black is winning because he has the only fully passed pawn. White has a candidate for a passed pawn, but it's not passed, right? There's a pawn. So white can try to generate a passed pawn, but black already has one, and it's a protected passed pawn. So white is losing this game, but white's only chance to draw, besides black making horrible moves, is for white to stymie these pawns' movement and then try to hold ground as long as you can so that you can stay here maybe and keep this king at bay. So realizing the best way to keep the king at bay is to keep this pawn alive. And if we trade off here, we still want to keep these pawns like this because this is called a pawn duo. This pawn duo protects all these squares. And if black ever does this to try to get this pawn to move so the king can get to these squares, then you are a true passed pawn, and now you're equal. Both of you have a true passed pawn, so you have a chance. This is basic endgame. Now, I'm not using the computer, so I'm not saying I'm making the perfect moves. I don't care. I'm talking about how I would figure this out and how I want my students to be able to figure it out. All right? So, this is a pawn minority. You're not going to get a passed pawn out of one of these guys. This is your pawn majority. You already have a passed pawn. Passed pawns want to be pushed, but they got to be protected. And this king got to the right square. This king is golden where it is. This king could have probably stayed over here and tried to use this to then take off and get the king on this side. And if the king could have come around to this side, it could have supported these pawns. So I think black could have won this game. Yes. Because this passed pawn, by the way, not only is it passed, it's on his 5th rank already. right? So this pawn only needs 3 more moves, and it queens. So even if the king gets to these pawns, you're going to queen way before that happens. So not logical, maybe not obvious. I think the king actually should have went this way. You can't leave this pawn. He just runs. So this king has to stay in the neighborhood anyway. So you could go back. King can step up. And now we're threatening, well, not yet. Actually, if the king goes here, we're going to step up here. So even from here, you got to do prophylaxis, right? But now we get to push. We get to push. And if you push by, we don't care. We got a pawn to stop you. Double pawn is going to be actually useful. And if you take, you still can't go here. This pawn still runs. This is the only place you can go, and he's going to push. He's going to push. Not yet, right? Not yet. But we get to go here. And then what? What do you do? What do you do? You can't take this guy. He'll fly. Now, you can, right? Your idea is that you need to make a pass pawn also faster than your opponent. Got to push the pawns on the king side. Have to push the pawns on the king side. Now, that all said, at this point, you got to push pawns on the king side. Candidate goes first, but then you're going to need this and this. You're going to need to get them both in. So that's 1, 2 moves. Chess to get this move in, 3 moves. So I'm thinking now black just starts coming back. The king still can't come up to help. We're going to still run faster. But now we're both on 5th. Right? Oh, yeah, rather than moving the king at all. Yeah, the king didn't need to go here. Yeah. And so, yeah, but even then, right? So even then, here, if we go here, if you start pushing, he could come back. And his pawns are all protected. Yours are protected. But that's the point, right? Yes, you need to make a passed pawn also. You need to make a passed pawn to have a chance. And so this game is very equal. It would be a fun one to play out. It's a good teaching game, but this is one that just they didn't like do awesome at, but they were close. All right, actually I could have put that into my beginners games I was creating, but anyway, yeah, I just wanted to do a sidestep there and share that with you guys. All right, I'm going to close this study, and we could create a new study. All I have is those Caro-Cans, unfortunately, not too many. And let's do the King's Gambit. We'll call it Short Masterpieces. Let's go take a look at a couple. All right, Chapter 1. Let's go see. We could do the short game. There's one that's extremely short because it's at the front of the book. This is a really interesting book also because they put the games in the order of their length. So openings are like all over the place, right? So that last one for the Caro-Can was game number 784. Oh, I don't know. I did not see it. Let me go check it in a moment. Let's first write down who this is. Meek versus Amateur. This might not be a very nice game. It's, you know, there are 1 or 2 of these games that I just don't even really want to bother with looking at, because they were that bad, right? I mean, it was just blunder, and, well, not totally a blunder. They are still strong players. Let me go check real quick, and let's see if I can find the study that Ratchet sent me. Ratchet study. There you go, Ratchet. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I will be taking a look at it. And is that your analysis in there? Not the computers, right? You did your own analysis and you put it in? Good. I'm hoping that's what it is. All right, let's check this quick game. And I will not tell you. You guys got to find the move. Although I'm anticipating it's not going to be as hard, but let's see. Let's see if it is. So it's the King's Gambit accepted. Sadakus, I hope you're enjoying this. So already we could see the bane of all amateurs back in the day. In fact, what year was this? 1855. Over 100 years ago. Easy, guys. Easily over 100 years ago. Easily. But the bane of existence was lack of development. And white's whole idea of almost every gambit, I'd probably say every gambit, is to give up a pawn. Usually we gambit pawns. Sometimes you could gambit minor pieces to get an advantage in time and development, to develop much faster than your opponent. That's the whole reason you're doing it. Whole reason why you're gambiting a pawn in any of these gambits is to get ahead on development, guys. All right, so we get pawn takes pawn, knight to king, bishop 3, pawn to queen 4, knight to bishop 3, pawn takes pawn. Knight takes pawn. Bishop to king, knight 5 says, let's pin that baby. Bishop to king, knight 5. Queen to king 2. All right, bishop says, I'm eating the knight. What you guys got for me? He ate the knight. What you guys got for me? It's 1:49 a.m. Oh, jams. That's right. You're in England with our man Ratchet. Our two Englanders. Su, Inglaterra. See. Yeah. That sounds good. Where? Yeah, busy. Yeah. Checkmate. Not just check, guys. Checkmate. Woo! I told you it was a quick one. The 11th one in the book means it's going to be quick, guys. It was quick. Okay, the next one is 109. So that one should last a little longer. Yeah, that was like, oops. Yes, Sudaku says, give me some more King's Gambit. I thought you might like these, my friend. I had you in mind. I went through the trouble of identifying all the wins. Because who wants to see exciting losses in the King's Gambit? Now, don't raise your hand. It wasn't an actual opportunity for you to pick. It was a rhetorical question. All right. This one is Taylor versus an amateur. I love it. These poor guys. This guy named Amateur got beat up a lot back in the day. Got beat up a lot. Another 1800 game. 1874. 1874. All right, guys, let's see how it goes. We know the first moves are automatic. Just put those on the board. And this is all accepted right now. These are all accepted ones. Knight to queen, bishop 3. Look at this. Hey, Sudakus, take a close look. I want you to take a look at this one, my friend. I want you to see what happened. It was knight to queen, bishop 3. Not knight to king, bishop 3. I mean, what is going on? What is going on? And he does not throw in the check. White wasn't worried about it, obviously, but he didn't throw in the check. He said, no, you're not going to get me with that. I know you got something up your sleeve. So he doesn't throw in the check. He says, okay, fine, I'll put in the normal knight move now. And black says, good, let's chase you. Knight to king 5. I hope you're watching, Sudakus. Queen to rook 5, check. Oh, baby. I saw you get into a mess like this the other day, Sudakus. I thought you played a game almost exactly like the Sudakus. And it was like you were streaming. You were streaming and you were like not paying attention. And he got this move in and you were like, oops. And you had to move your king. I don't think you had moved your knight, though. I don't think you had moved your knight. All right, queen to rook 5 check. Pawn to knight 3. Pawn takes pawn. Says, give me that pawn. Queen takes pawn. Right, there you go. Queen takes pawn. Pawn to knight 7 check. Right, why not? This looks really bad. Queen takes queen. Pawn takes queen. Rook queen. Knight to queen 5. Okay. I don't know if I should have told you guys that. Did you hear me? I was waiting for the exciting move, not to tell you the move, but did you guys hear me? Because if you didn't hear me, tell me what white does. It's white's move. Yeah, okay. I didn't know if you could hear me. Maybe you didn't anyway, but yeah, cool. Knight to queen 5. And what's the threat? Anybody see the threat? Oh, okay, Ratchet. Thank you for your honesty, my man. What's the threat, guys? Yeah, the threat is mate. 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 Not just check. We got a mate threat. All right. So knight to queen, rook 3. Should I tell you what white does, or do you want to guess it? Hey, babe. Ah, lessons. Streaming. My daughter.
You haven't started playing any good music yet.
No. I like to not have my VODs be no sound because of the music, so I don't play copyrighted music. Anyway, so what do you guys think? Always threaten checkmate. Yeah, it's a good idea. You like the sniper? Well, he doesn't do that. He plays pawn to queen 4.
Where's your music thing? I show you good music, non-copyrighted.
Okay, not at this moment. You show it to me later, and then I might use it.
I did show it to you before.
Nice Batman shirt. You showed it to me? Okay, let's go look real quick. My daughter's like... Okay, go ahead. Tell me where I find it. YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. And then what? Oh, okay, guys.
Oh, wait. I can do one better.
Again, yes, busy. It happens all the time. Well, whenever she's around and wants to.
Want to take over? Yes.
Yeah, kick me out of my own stream.
Mm-hmm. I really do enjoy it. Ooh,
Got
metal
best
and
one.
guitar. 3 hours. True. Good job.
Want to try it? I don't think it'll make good background music for chess. But we can try it. Go ahead and click that right up here. On
Yes.
top, no, on top of the little speaker. Keep going. Click right there. No, right there. You like that better? I'll tell you what. I'll try it for the rest of the stream, and if they like it, we'll keep it. I'll use it again. But they'll have to tell me.
Your thing's still going on, it sounds like.
My what?
No,
No,
isn't
it's not. All right.
They used to, whatever that is.
Oh, it's okay. Just okay, though. I know my music was better. We'll see what you guys think at the end. All right, so what do you guys think? We get pawn to queen 4. We get bishop to king 2. What's the next move, guys? Find the next move. Yes. Oh, did you ratchet? I didn't even know that. Well, come on. What do you find? You want to see if you can find the move? Calamity. Okay, I got a bishop to g5. Looks good. Anybody else? You still there, my brother? Looking for ideas. Bishop to g5 is possible. Jam Z got in trouble now. Man, spamming symbols. I wonder what those symbols were, Jams. Busy says, just, what are you doing? Busy says, well, Ratchet, what do you mean bishop g5? Busy says, queen takes e7. Busy says, you just take. Queen takes e7. The man is right. Queen takes e7. Knight takes queen is forced. And then what? Yeah, my daughter goes, excuse me? What do you think happens next? We just gave away our queen. Who dies?
You?
Who? White?
See?
Nope. White wins.
You did.
She says, you did. What's the next move, guys?
Right
Knight
next
to
the
F6.
microphone.
Very good. Busy. Double knight mate. POG. I missed bishop to A6 after king to F8. So if he goes this way, you take here and it's mate. And if he goes here, it's mate. All forced. Woo! Queen takes. You have no other choice. You have to take. Everything is forced.
Why are you yelling again?
I'm not yelling. I'm projecting.
You don't have to project. That's why you have a good microphone.
Yes, guys. It's mate and mate and mate. Yes. King to F8. Yes. Yes. King to F8 bishop, right? And if king to here, then we have mate here. Poor Mr. Amateur. That poor Mr. I tell you what, the amateur guy keeps losing badly. Let's look at one more, right? Maybe more. One more. Maybe more. I think Sudakus is enjoying the King's Gambit revival right here. All right, 153. Maybe we'll get one not against an amateur. That's poor guy named Amateur. He's in a lot of books though. A lot of his games get into books. I wonder what his first name was. They only show the last name. Guess what? This one is by my man, Bird, because the opening was named, my favorite opening was named after him. So I like Bird. And guess who he's playing? The same guy. He's playing the same guy. What is up with that?
You didn't pick out the best rock one.
Whoa. You picked the rock one.
I did not.
I
You
did
said,
not.
how about that one?
No. You can't even blame me for the pick of the rock
I would have
song.
chosen something else.
1886, guys. Another one before the turn of the 19th century, or is that actually the 20th century? My goodness. Another 1880s game. Yes, like opponent. Yes. Yeah, well, see, Anonymous is a different person. Yes. Amateur. This is amateur. All right. And let's see if you guys can guess these moves when we get to the fun part. King's Gambit accepted, so I know all of that already. Sudakus, the more normal knight to king bishop 3. By the way, Sudakus, I'm betting we're going to find some bishops King's Gambits. By the way, I think I pointed out to you Sudaku's chess that a proponent of the bishop to c4 King's Gambit line was none other than Bobby Fischer. Yes. No, Irv, that's a different guy. There's a rank amateur, and this is just amateur. They didn't give us this. I think this is a different amateur. Yeah, LMP. I think it's a different amateur. Knight to king, bishop 3, pawn to king, knight 4. We get the normal bayonet attack. Knight to bishop 3. By the way, right now, this looks a lot like the last game, right? Transposed. We transposed exact same position so far, unless I'm remembering it wrong. Pawn to knight 5. This is, we're looking knight to king 5. This is all the same. It is a different game, though. I promise you. This one's by Bird. Bird is white. Queen to rook 5 check. Pawn to knight 3. King knight 3. Pawn takes pawn. We're going to get queen takes pawn. Queen takes pawn. We have queen takes pawn. Pawn to knight 7 check. All the same, guys. All the same. Queen takes queen. Pawn takes rook. Queen. Okay, this is all looking quite the same. And instead of knight to here threatening immediate checkmate, which I like a lot. I'm curious. You know, you could play this line, Sudakus. Yeah, yes, I hear you. But Sudakus, you could play this line. This is called opening theory. Go away, Ratchet. No, seriously. So yeah, we get this threat of checkmate here, but he didn't do it. White did not make this move. Now, I'm curious why. I don't know what black. I guess there's ways that black would get out of it. I'm not looking that hard because I'm enjoying these spectacles. So instead, white played queen to rook 5, threatening checkmate this way. All right. We get a... Oh, no. What am I looking at here? Oh, okay. I lost my place. Queen to rook 5. Yes, I got it. Okay. Bishop to king 2. Okay? What do you guys think comes next? Yeah, and Sudokus, these are public studies I'm making. So feel free to just go to my studies, and you should be able to clone or you can clone it. In other words, copy it. Yeah, you can go grab these studies. I'm making these public. So we have a knight to d5 again. That wasn't a popular move a little bit ago. Anybody else? And if you can't find a Sudoku, just let me know. I'll just make you a member. But it is on. These are public ones. You don't want no free pawn, Ratchet? I hear you. Well, let me just show you what happened. All right. Now, what do you guys think? You were right, Busy. It was knight takes f7. Good. Knight to d5. What's bad? I know you don't see the follow-up. It's hard sometimes, but Ratchet's on the right track. So, double attacks are super powerful. Double checks are the best double attacks. And I would say that the double check is probably the most powerful tactic in chess. Why? Because the king has to move. Has no choice. You can't take either of the pieces that are checking you. Your only choice is to run away. And if you're running out of running away room, you lose. I think we are, Ratchet. I think we're going to get a smothered mate. I think so. I think so. All right, so knight to here. King can't go there because of mate. That much is obvious. So the king has to go here. What do we do next, guys? Come on. We all know this, right? We've all done enough puzzles. But here's the kicker. We've all done puzzles. But would we have found this in a game playing it? It's not a puzzle. Would we have found this in a game? We might have said, well, you know, most people might have said, I'm going to take this way. And then what? And then what? Maybe go after the rook, right? And it may or may not work because now we get checks here and we don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We might get this one or you lose the bishop, right? So, right? Finding it? Okay, so you don't take with the queen. You take with the knight. And when your opponent does this, you can declare mate in 3. Yeah, queen takes 7 looks, queen takes f7 check seems very logical. I even teach my beginners, if you're going to take so that the queen is next to the king, good things happen. And in this case it does because the king has to go all the way over here, but how do you finish him? Right? So this is one of those times when the general rule I give to my beginners, which is take with the queen if it could get right next to the king safely, fails you. This fails you because this isn't the best move, at least not the move that was played in the game. And as we can see, this now is a beautiful smothered mate because you could take with either piece you like, but you can't take with the king. And after you take, it is mate. Beautiful smothered mate out in the open. So Sudokus, if you can ever get this thing going, where you get here and they do the yeah, and get back their queen and win a rook, that's not looking too healthy, man. I'm sure there's some refutation, or maybe they're just smart enough to trade queens right away. I don't know. But that's sweet. That's sweet. Let's go over one more. That's still early, but let's go over one more, and then maybe we'll open it up and play some games. Because what I really like to do is go over games like this, get the excitement and the fever of playing these openings and playing these tactical kind of shots, and then playing games because your brain is like jazzed up for it, and your brain will find these puzzle-like moves. I think it's 10 times better than doing puzzles. Honestly. Except for White didn't find a mate. I'm sorry, Sudakus. I hear you. I feel doing... Have you guys heard enough of this? So, the beauty of this, of going over games, is that you... Yeah, I did. You mean the opening thing? Yes. We can go look at that. I love sharing new Lead Chess things. So the beauty of this, of doing it by looking at games, is I think it clicks your brain to the right way of thinking. And where if you just do puzzles, you know you're doing puzzles. You just do puzzles, you do puzzles, you do puzzles. Then you could go play all the games you want. It doesn't have the same effect. Now, I will admit that when I did the 300 most important positions by Lev Albert, and then when played over the board, because I still wasn't playing online, this is years ago, I would do like 20 of those puzzles, and then I'd go play over the board. I was finding those lines, guys. But there's something about doing the book, doing the puzzle on paper. You have to do it in your head. When we do puzzles here, we're like drawing lines, we're talking, we're drawing lines, we're drawing lines. You can't do that on paper. You actually really have to do it totally in your head, like you do for over the board. And so therefore, it translated when I went and played over the board. Now, when I've been doing puzzles here online, it wasn't translating to even when I played online. It didn't translate. It did not translate. But when I went over those birds games with you guys, it translated. The next 2 days when I played, I was finding awesome tactical shots. I got the proof, right? Light chess keeps all your games. I got the proof. Okay, I love Flavio, but if I was his coach, I'd be having him do these instead. I think these are better. I think these are a lot better. All right, let's look at 213. Puzzles are fine, though. I'm not saying don't do puzzles, guys. I'm saying that there's a rich, special, synapse-changing brain thing going on when you go over actual games. That's what I'm saying. And so you should go over actual games also. Okay, finally, amateur decided not to play a game. So we have Schwartz. And I'll admit it's not one of the names I know. I do like knowing a lot of the older players, but not Schwartz. And he's playing against Samsonov. Remember, that means that these guys are masters of the time, because otherwise they'd be listed as an amateur. All right, 1908. We're getting closer in years, too. That doesn't work in the book. It's by length of game. All right, but let's check it out. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. I don't want to read you the paragraph about it because that'll give away too much. All right, we know this. We know we start this. Yes, all these players deserve names. Wish they had captured the amateur's name. It's probably just that they didn't even know who it was. Somebody caught it, watched it, wrote it down. Or later on, the master wrote it down. Right? Who knows? All right, pawn takes pawn. Sudakus will be glad to see. We still haven't found a bishop's King's Gambit yet, which is the one I like. I'm hoping there's some in here. I don't know. We have, how many did I tell you? 25 games to look at, guys. We're only up to game 3. We're not going to do them all tonight. All right, pawn to king, rook. No, pawn to king, knight, far. All right, and here's maybe a more normal response that we've seen. But I do play the King's Gambit myself. I do. Especially when I transition from the birds. A lot of times I'll get into the King's Gambit if they play here. And I'm watching this, guys. These are for me too. So, I did it mostly for Sudakus because I rarely play the King's Gambit, but I do like playing it. That's a myth. And I can prove to you it's a myth, Busy, because if you remember, well, you might not have been here at the beginning, but I said that 25 out of 40 of the accepted King's Gambits were won by White, excitingly. but we also have the King's Gambit declined. So yeah, we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 4 is 24, and 3 more is 20. I have 27 games that made it to the short games of chess. 27 games that 27 games that were declined. So no. Yeah. No. And yeah, they didn't have to accept the sack either. Trust me. We're talking about the masters. We're talking about the guys that were playing for money purses, that were playing for fame and glory of being the best in the world. Now, you could go play in Washington Square Park in New York, and they'll probably tell you the same thing. Hey, you got to accept any sacks, man. Somebody sacks a piece, you got to take it. Somebody gives you anything free, you got to take it. It's only right. I've never heard of that there either. But at least there I could buy into it, right? Yeah, I could buy into it. And I don't know about being chess etiquette. I just think you might have been ragged for being coward. What? You didn't accept the sack, you coward. But you're playing to win. And if the right move is not to accept the sack, why in the world would you do it for etiquette? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, thinker teacher. Yes. No. Oh, no, you're killing me. Let's see. Oh, I got to look at that thing you told me about too, Ratchet. So we'll take a look at that in a second. There you go. Got to say hi to a new viewer I've never seen before. So how you doing, thinker teacher? All right, let's get back to the job at hand. All right, so we are looking at some games from the 1,000 best short games of chess, and we are looking exclusively today at King's Gambit Accepted. Yes, Ratchet, I did. Thank you. Why are you telling me that now? Why are you telling me that now, Ratchet? Did you couldn't lose any? You just kept winning? Yes, Ratchet, thank you. Ah, congrats, thinker teacher. I might have to catch those. You might have to let me know when I can catch those. Did you already give thinker teacher a shout out? Looks like you did. You're a good man, Ratchet. Thank you. Yeah, thinker teacher. I always like when you guys come on my stream and advertise your own streams. No, I don't mind. I really don't. I think it's good. We share and share alike, guys. I like thinker teacher, so yeah, I'll be catching them myself. You probably should give me a flyer or something, so you can tell me more. Oh, you finally have a schedule for me? Finally? Good. Okay, let me know via Discord so I know when we're getting together. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, and then I can make sure I can make it. That's an important part. You want me to be there, I got to be able to show up. But anyway, yes. Hey, Patroclus, how are you? You made it into the candidates tournament. Don't forget Monday. Make sure you make it there. Guys, the candidates tournament's coming up Monday. We have one more qualifier on Friday. Friday at 11 o'clock, we have our last qualifier, guys, for anybody that wants to try to qualify. All right, you guys are totally distracting me. I don't remember what game I'm on. Okay, and we're on move 4 for black. Pawn to knight 5. He says, no, I'm not trading. This, by the way, I've seen this one currently in King's Gambit Theory. And it's really funny when you think about it because, again, we like to think, oh, this must be new stuff. This must be something new. This was 1908. 1908. No, he's not Ratchet. Yeah, I didn't even invite him to do that one. Yeah, he's not doing the Friday one. Busy's doing Monday. Monday's candidates is at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I will be sending you an invite to join the team. So after Friday, we'll know who's on the candidates. I will send out an invite Friday afternoon to everybody that qualified, including you, to join the candidates team. Actually, I could put the link out right now for you guys. Let me just do that real quick. Because we already have the team. And so everybody that's here can sign up now, so I don't have to last minute be chasing you guys down. World Chess Championships qualifiers tournament. Here we go. And so here is the link. I will put it in the stream because the only people I'm accepting are people that have qualified. So I don't mind if all of you guys go, oh, I'll sign up. You can't sign up. You have to have qualified. You have to have qualified. And to know if you qualified, if you don't know, you can just go and check out my stream. Let's go to my channel. Let's not hear echo of us going over it ourselves. And here it is. So we have that have qualified. Yep, is this, do I have everybody? Yes, because Toby qualified the last tournament, right? I believe that's correct. I believe he qualified. Let me just double check. I know I updated it. But let me just, yep, Toby. Yep, okay, good. I got it right. All right, so here are all of the people. So Czar, Linear Stork, I know he left already. Larry, P Flight, if you're here. Ratchet, you could sign up as blindfolded Ratchet. Noah, if he's here. Doro, if he's here. Lebanon, if you're here. Patroclus, you're here. So you can sign up right now. Toby, Kamania, and Jams. So the more people that sign up that I don't have to remind you later, that's nice for me. Hey, luck is part of chess, man. No, it's not, but it's okay. You got lucky. That's not for commenting? What do you mean? No, that's not for commenting, Busy. No, that's for signing up to actually play in the tournament. Yeah. Yep. All right. Oh, yeah, sure. We will definitely go out there and accept you. That's the whole idea of you signing up early is that I can... Yeah, where was I? Teams. I'll wake up. Give me time. It's almost bedtime. All right, Blindfold Ratchet, you are the first one into the tournament. Or into the team. I got to make the tournament. You're first one into the team. I got to make the tournament. All right, I could probably even make the tournament right now, too. You guys, you're killing me. Swiss tournaments. All right. So this one is the under 2,000, and this is for October candidates. And this is our World Chess Championship. October candidates. All right, that's a good enough name. And it's 10 plus 3. That hasn't changed. We will see how many rounds. It defaults to 7, but it will tell me, it'll do the minimum amount of rounds for the amount of people that play out, that made it. So let's sign up. All right. Actually, I don't have to say that because you can't join the tournament unless you're in the team to begin with. So that was silly. All right, no starting position standard. Interval between rounds, we'll worry about it. Start date will be Monday, and it's at 8:30 p.m. We're good to go there. Minimum rating, yes, there is a restriction, guys. Not minimum, maximum rating of 2,000. So if you bounce over 2,000 before Monday, you're out. You can't play. Yeah. Okay. No forbidden pairings. There is no such thing as berserk or arena streaks in a Swiss. So there are no other problems. It looks good to me. 10 and 3. And it is rated. All right. Tournament has been created along with the team. All right. Change the name for the team so we can use it over and over again. All right, Patroclus. If you'd sign up, that'd be great. All right, back to our game. All right, let me Pause this one and do some more of this. Okay, anyway. 213, back to the game. Yes, we have the standard, and boom, bam. Let's see what happens. Let's see how the master handled this back in the day. Back in 1908. Long time ago. Pawn to king, rook 4, pawn to knight 4. Knight to king 5. Oh, no, my bad. Knight to knight 5 this time. A different variation. Knight to g5. Different variation. Knight to knight 5. Pawn to queen 3. Says freeze up the bishop so you can't take, since that's the only pawn that's under attack. Pawn to queen 3. Bishop to bishop 4. Very classic. Very classic. Bishop to bishop 4. Knight to king rook 3. Says, ha! You don't have any way to hit me. I can protect the pawns. Easy breezy. No sweaty da. Sounds like a simple way to go. White actually says I'm castling into this mess. I am actually castling right into this mess, guys. Come and get me. Bishop to king 2 says I want to get rid of the knight finally. I want to try to see if I can trade off that knight. Maybe get my rook over here. Maybe even castle. Who knows? Bishop to king 2. Pawn to queen 4. We're developing, right? By freeing up our bishop. Now we're hitting the pawn. Does he take, right? I mean, he did this to take. Will he take? Because he'd win the pawn. He'd take. If we take back, he gets to take back again. Seems logical to me. But he doesn't take. Doesn't take. Take. Queen takes. I don't know what would come next. Oh. I might know what comes next. Bishop takes. Right? Bishop takes. Rook takes. Yeah. I'm thinking bishop would take. Yeah. And then we still have 2 hitting here. This would be an interesting game. Would have been an interesting game, but instead, Black said, I'm playing pawn to bishop 6. Get out of town. Get out of town. I am definitely missing something because something's not right. Bishop to king 2, pawn to queen 4, pawn to bishop 6. And I've got something wrong. Okay, let me make sure the move I'm on should be move 9. Nope, I'm on move 8. So I missed a move in here. I missed a move. Okay, we know this is right. We know that's right. Pawn to knight 4, pawn to king rook 4, pawn to knight 5, knight to knight 5, knight to knight 5, pawn to queen 3, bishop to bishop 4. Yep, that was right. Knight, there we go. No, I had that. Knight to king rook 3. I had that right. Castle, had that right. Bishop to king 2, had that right. Pawn to queen 4. Okay, that's still move 8. Oh. Pawn to bishop 6, had that right. Come on. That was move 8. And we're up to move 9 now. And I'm seeing an impossible move. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have everything right. But I'm seeing an impossible move. Pawn to knight 5. Pawn to king rook 4, pawn to knight 5. That's right. Pawn to knight 5. Knight to knight 5. Pawn to queen 3. Bishop to bishop 4. This is correct. This could have been there, but he didn't say take. And there we say take. So bishop to bishop 4. Or I couldn't even done it anyway because it wasn't open yet. Knight to king rook 3. Correct. Castle. Bishop to king 2. Pawn to queen 4. Pawn to bishop 6. Wait, oh. I did get it wrong. Okay, it's not f6. It's pawn to bishop 6. Whew, that was hard work. Old English. I haven't used it in a long time. Hey, Josu. How you doing, Josu Lives 99? We have another chance for you to qualify on Friday at 11 o'clock. Did you give a shout out? Yes, you did. Man, Ratchet, you are the best, man. Thank you so much for the shout outs. You guys are doing great. And sorry. Why not H6 earlier? I don't know. They didn't. When? You know, I don't know if he had a chance. Maybe. I don't know. But we get bishop, pawn to bishop 6. Sorry. We get pawn takes pawn. We get knight to bishop 3. Doesn't take back. Knight to bishop 3. Doesn't bother to take back. I guess he doesn't want to... I guess he does not want to encourage this queen to get here and have like everybody, their brother, their mother, and their cousin, everybody lined up at that pawn. So he says, I'm not... You shouldn't have pushed the pawn. You shouldn't have pushed the pawn. You should have taken the knight. This actually looked interesting. But anyway, we get pawn takes pawn, king, knight to bishop 3. Yeah, we get pawn takes pawn again. Now that looks dangerous, right? That looks dangerous. Pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. Knight takes knight's pawn, not bishop. Interesting. I would have thought for sure the bishop would have taken and attacked the queen, but we didn't get that. Interesting. Anyway, knight takes knight pawn. What are we doing next, guys? Could be, Ratchet. Could be. Could be. I just think, you know, they don't always show up, I guess. I don't know. I usually do all the work myself. You've been doing the work for me. Yes, 11 at 11 Eastern Standard Time. Oh, so hopefully you have a legit rating now. Do you? Is your name still the same? Was it? Oh, you know what? Let's just go back to the tournament. We could just go back to the tournament. We'll just go back to this tournament and take a look. Because you were in this tournament. There you are. And the question is, do you have a legit rating yet? In Rapid, you now have a legit rating. You're in, buddy. You're in. 1497 and climbing. Steadily climbing. We expect to see some good things. Look at you. Look at you. Yes, my friend. All right, so bishop takes. Very good. Very good, Ratchet. Bishop takes. King to bishop 1. And, oh, man. They walk into this stuff. Do they not? Do they not walk into... We talk about alignment. We talk about discovered checks. Granted, this didn't look any better with the queen taking here. And mate, yeah, that would have been mate. But yeah, he's just, oh my gosh, oh. All right, so here's the talk of the town here. What? Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you guys tell me what to do first? No, not anymore. Busy. No, busy. That was only if he won that qualifier. Since he did not qualify. Now he has a stable rating. He's all good. He's all good. No, no more. No, if he had won that qualifier, then turned around and won the whole thing. But we did say he would have had to get a stable rating before the candidates. But still, it was only because we let him into the qualifier. But now he's good. Yeah, he can win everything now. Yeah, he's got a stable rating. Yeah, stable rating. All right, so you would take a free knight. I don't think it's free. Unless you mean move the bishop and then take the knight. All right, move the bishop and then take the knight. That could be it. That could be. So, with the book, well, tell me what you think. Give me an idea. What do you think? I got a bishop to e6 by Ratchet. Bishop to e6, winning the knight. Yeah, okay. Or a knight to e6, ooh, with a check. Then he takes, and then you go here, and then you get a discovered check. Okay. Neither one of those is the move. Come on, guys. Keep looking. Find the move that our man Schwartz found. Easy work. Oh, those are fighting words. My goodness. Patroclus says bishop to e6. Nope. Yeah, they win material, but there's something better, faster, better, faster. You have to see the finish. You have to see the checkmate to find it. I'll give you guys a few more moments because I know Ratchet gets mad when I show you the answer too soon. I had water. I still have water. Bishop to g6? Not it either. Maybe Thinker Teacher sees it. Mad. What's this mad about? Is that an abbreviation for something? Busy says queen takes g4. Busy, you're pretty awesome, buddy. Busy, you're rocking, man. You're rocking. You're my new hero, Busy. Yeah, again, I don't know that I would have seen it. All right, so you're telling me already everything, knight d6, and then what? And then what? Then what? Busy, you got queen takes, you said bishop takes, knight here, then what? Then knight to e6 check, and knight to e6 check, yeah, but then what? Oh, bishop takes back again? And then bishop to h6, mate? Yeah, Thinker Teacher. Yeah, back in 1908, this guy finds these moves. 1908, he finds these moves. So yes, bishop takes queen. Knight to king 6 check. Forced, right? Every square is taken. You have to take. Have to take. So bishop takes knight, and then the coup d'éclat. Bishop to rook 6 mate. Bam! Oh man, that's a pretty thing. That's a pretty thing. That's a pretty thing. I don't know what else to tell you. That's a gorgeous looking thing, guys. I'm liking it. Well, I'm hoping it's your connection, Busy. Sound seems to be fine. All right, guys. So, do you want to play some games, or do you want to look at one more King's Gambit? Because we're probably we did 3, we did 4, we did 4 in an hour and a half. I think it's worth it. I think we're seeing some really good chess and getting our mind ready for finding these exciting attacks. Now we could even just do a flat out King's Gambit tournament. Not a long one, just something quick. Just something quick in honor of Sudakus. We could do a King's Gambit tournament. All right, Thinker Teacher, we'll see you later. Take it easy. Take it easy, my friend. All right, we could do that, or we can go over another game. Let me see who's online, by the way. Oh, Toby's playing. Not visiting us, but he's playing. Toby made it into the tournament. He's playing a 60 plus 30. 60 plus 30, and his rating's only 1921 in classical. Wonder why that is. I'm always interested in to see how people's ratings differ based on their time of play. And this is, I've never seen this before. Look at this. This is 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 4 seconds. against 13 minutes and 19 seconds. What? It's a 60 plus 30, and his opponent's down to 13 minutes. And he still has over an hour. So somebody's been playing very fast. Maybe Toby plays too fast. I don't know. 1984, that was a good year. Hey, good night, Irv. Good night, my brother. Good night. All right, let's play some chess. Let's put together a quick little tournament. And the only question is, do we want to do it as a King's Gambit? Let's do it as a King's Gambit. Because that's what we just went over. Seems logical. All right, so we're going to do a team tournament. I do have to go grab... I need to grab... let's go... Board editor. And you guys can decide if you want to accept the Gambit or not. That'll be totally up to you. And it'll be black to play. All right, and we're going to copy that FEN. There we go. All right, we're going to make it a 3 minute. 3 plus 3. And we're going to make it unrated because I'm streaming. Sounds good anyway. 30 minutes. I'll just run a little over. Hopefully that'll be enough time. And we'll leave Berserk on for you crazy people that like Berserk. Okay, there we go. We're going to start it in 2 minutes. All right, and then I will put this inside the chat. You missed the explanation of which? The explanation of what, my friend? Yes, King's Gambit, let's go. I don't know about any explanation. Oh, you can't? You don't have to. No one said you had to Berserk. Come on, Busy. Let's go, man. Let's go. If you're in the stream, let's play a little chess. It's only for a half an hour. And it's not going to hurt your rating points. I can't do rated from a starting position, so... Yep, Busy, you got yourself a nice blitz rating. Look at you, 2133. Yeah, I'm down there. I do not like blitz too much. Sudaku's, yeah, you should be playing if it's a King's Gambit tournament. Yeah, I could drop out. I like even numbers, guys, so you play more. I might drop out if we don't get a 6th. Let me withdraw now. If we get a 6th, I'll go back in. If we get one more, I'll go back in. But otherwise, I'd rather have you 4 guys get to play more. I'll just watch. You're not playing Blitz anymore. Why is that? Just to keep your rating? They don't really mean anything. Okay, Patro. Then as soon as you join, Patro, I'll join. I'll wait for you in case you don't get in. So let me know when you join. That way we'll have an even number and nobody has to sit out. Hate people having to sit out. I love Rapid. Much better for your game. Alright, game should be getting signed up. It should be Busy versus Ratchet, I believe, the way Leechus does it. Yep, Busy versus Ratchet, and Hozu lives versus our man Sudakus. Okay, so Busy and Ratchet. Ratchet went for the Folk Bear counter. Yes, Folk Bear counter. And we're getting an interesting line, guys. What does Busy know that I don't? Sudakus, and there we go. Sudakus is playing the wrong side of his own beautiful King's Gambit, so we'll see how he does with it. Don't forget to let me know if you get there, Patroclus. All right, Busy and Ratchet. Looks like a Funk's King's Gambit. Got some white, definitely got Nice development, but so does black. And now we have a weak pawn. We're gonna have to see if white wants to try to protect it. But actually, he still can, because he still can. He can, but he decided not to. Instead, he figures, hey, you know, you'll get more fun. Interesting approach Busy is taking. Let's see how Josie's doing. Josu? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened here? We get... Oh, this looks like what we just saw in the games. With this having to go on. This is what they did in the games, though. You would have expected that. Sudakus has had a lot of practice playing white against the King's Gambit. Maybe he's got some ideas how he would play against it as black. Seems that way, at least. Gave away a pawn, but now he's making some noise. Busy's coming back. Busy's not shying away from the attack. Interesting. I spy with my little eye that this might be what's coming. I don't know. Woohoo! I guessed it. What's going on here? Alright, waiting. Hey, Sudakus, you know, you only got 3 minutes. The good news is if you're working, you don't have to worry about being away from work more than about 5 minutes per game. Oh, he did? Okay, I thought that was coming. It's like, move again, why don't you? Just keeps moving it. I think black needs some more pieces involved. As Sudakus himself has said many times, you cannot checkmate me with just one piece. I've heard him say that. I would have done that in a heartbeat myself. Then swung him over here. I probably would have done that too quickly, but that's me. I like that. I like that problem. There he is. I'm like calling it for Busy. I feel like I'm like calling these moves. Look at this. Busy and I think way too much alike. Sudakus and I don't think alike. We have the most fun at hand and brain because our brains don't work alike at all. So our moves are always interesting and the games are always fun because we're never on the same page. But I got to try hand and brain with Busy, I think. I think I need to try hand and brain with Busy because we seem to think a lot alike. A lot alike. But what now? Ooh. Ooh. Another doubled pawn. See, this is getting ready for the end game. White has double pawns, but black has a worse position. Oh, he didn't. I thought I'd see that. I thought I'd see just a simplification, but not yet. He really can't move. But I thought I would have seen a simplification. Oh, even better, right? Just say, hey, you give me a knight, I'll take the knight. I was thinking this first, because it didn't matter if he took, right? The same deal. This is probably better. And the saving grace is this is going to be a check, because without the check, he would have had the knight. Oh, look at that. Nice protection. Right? Knights can do that, guys. Knights can do that. I didn't even think about it. I was just thinking, hey, that looked good. Looked like a good plan. Now what? Yep, got to do all that taking. Now what? What has Busy got up his sleeve now? See, I'm liking that. Yep, I don't like that. I don't think you had to keep him out of here. because you can move this at the right moment and get the same thing. This is something to be concerned about. Maybe later. I would have put the question here. I would have said, let's go. Let's see where you're going to move. All right, let's go to check out Josu lives, and Sudakus, who's way low on time. Watch your clock, my friend. Don't lose on time. Move. Gotta move. Hate it when people lose on time. It's frustrating. Plays a good game and then you lose on time. It's just frustrating. Come on, you got second. Ah, you lost on time. Yeah, the time limit, I did not do Sudakus any favors. Hey, Patrick Lewis, you're there. I'll join. Sorry, I didn't see you say you were in. Because you didn't say you were in. All right, so busy. Just gave that one away. Oh, okay, he gets that one in exchange. Then this one falls. This is complicated, guys. So I see this a lot, by the way. People just throwing checks. Don't know that they actually are necessary. They don't know that they do anything. Oh, I even got a game. All right, good luck, Josu. Let me go back to lecture view. I don't know why I was on full screen for so long. Good luck, my friend. I definitely got to try out what we just saw, though, in the games. Glad you like it, honey. I got a game. And I'm no good at speed, so that's the good news for Josu. I do not play speed well. It is definitely not my strength. Definitely not one of my strengths. My daughter says this music is a lot better, though. She likes this music better. Oh, peaceful draw in the King's Gambit? That's what happened? I missed it. You guys got a peaceful draw to that somehow? Wow. Wowzers. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. I don't know if that's the right moves, but it felt okay to me. Trade, draw. It is Sudakus, I know. I would say a different word. It's bad. It's not what you want if you can help it. I agree totally. How do I do this now? I feel like I've got some potential here. Not sure how to go about it. I'm really not sure how to go about this at all. I'm not